Okay, so let's deep dive down into a rabbit hole. And don't think this is going to be a boring video. It's going to be mind-boggling. Thanks for tuning into Hard News TV4. I'm your host, Terry Lynn, and this is a channel where truth is like archaeology, and every day we're digging for it. Today is September 30th, 2020. So this article right here from CNN 17 minutes ago, Palantir, the controversial data company, is set to make its Wall Street debut. You see, if you saw that headline, you wouldn't even think a thing about it, would you? Not a thing. Well, look here to the side. Palantir Technologies is a private American software company. Okay, it's private. That's how they're billing it. It's a private American software company that specializes in big data analytics. Doesn't sound evil or anything like that, nefarious. Headquartered in Denver, Colorado, it was founded by Peter Thiel, Nathan Giddings, Joe Lonsdale, and Stephen Cohen, and Alex Karp. Okay, Peter Thiel is also who owns PayPal. So let's get into this, and we're going to find out why this is controversial. Okay, so there's Peter Thiel. He's 52 years old. He was born in Frankfurt, West Germany. He has a citizenship in the United States, New Zealand, and Germany. Okay, now look, Peter Andre Thiel, born October 11th, 1967 in Frankfurt, Germany, is a German-American billionaire, entrepreneur, and venture capitalist, a co-founder of PayPal, Palantir Technologies, a private American software company. He was the first investor in Facebook. So keep that in mind. Okay, Peter Thiel, PayPal, was the very first investor into Facebook. Now we're about to go down a rabbit hole. Palantir Technologies that he owns was first backed by the CIA, and the FBI were linked to the first time with Palantir software. Okay, so they linked into it. This is from Vox. How Palantir and Peter Thiel might lead the biggest tech IPO. CIA was one of Palantir's earliest investors through its venture capital arm, In-Q-Tel. Yes, the CIA has a venture capital arm. So Peter Thiel first invested in Facebook, and the CIA invested into into a PayPal's founder, Peter Thiel's private software firm, Palantir. Now, we're about to go deep into this. This is from Forbes.com. Peter Thiel. PayPal co-founder Peter Thiel became a venture capitalist and early investor in Facebook. He also co-founded CIA-backed and big data startup Palantir. Okay, this was Forbes magazine. This is not some crazy person's blog. Okay, now how they might goes from CIA startup to big business. Daily Mail. Peter Thiel's company was built by the CIA. Now watch, I'm showing y'all this because remember we were told his company is about to go onto Wall Street. Big data software that got its start from the CIA. Now watch this. The core reason Palantir has been both secretive and controversial since its founding in 2003 is that it began with money from the Central Intelligence Agency. Now this is from Market Watch. To develop data crunching software for the government. Okay, so the CIA invested in this company to get information from, but they still label it a private American software company. So don't believe anything that says private. Okay. Palantir received original funding from In-Q-Tel, the CIA's funded nonprofit venture capitalist arm, to develop its major product, Gotham, which launched in 2008 to help government entities with surveillance, warfare planning, among other uses. Now, I'm going to leave y'all the link to this because y'all need to read this yourself. This is from September 29th, 2020. This was yesterday. The Palantir non-IPO, 5 things to know about the formerly secretive software company's direct listing. This was Market Watch that's just yesterday said it was funded by the CIA to spy on people. So the founder of PayPal got his other venture capitalist startup by money from the CIA to work for the CIA. And this is not conspiracy theory. This is Market Watch, mainstream news. Now watch. There's more. Okay, so this article was highlighted from today. This from yesterday, September 29th. Okay, this is from BuzzFeed, which Michael Hastings, who got killed in that car crash in Los Angeles that said the FBI was spying after him, he used to work for BuzzFeed. Okay, now watch this article. Okay, so this is their training manual at that Palantir. Okay, property value histogram, race, choose white, click, right click, drill down on selected objects. Okay. It's just showing you how to get real detailed and looking for people. Okay? It's got your telephone number, incoming calls, click on an important button and import national phone data, select add file, navigate to spreadsheet, scars, tattoos, and license plates. This is what Palantir and the Los Angeles Police Department know about you. Now, this was yesterday, the same day that Palantir's saying it's about to go onto Wall Street, and we're finding out the origins of this. Newly revealed documents show how the Los Angeles police were trained to use the flagship product of the most secretive company in law enforcement. Ahead of its September 30th public listing, Palantir, a secret data analytics company with ties to the defense and intelligence communities, has been touting itself as a tool that can target terrorists and keep soldiers safe. With an expected valuation of about $22 billion, it will become one of the biggest surveillance companies in the world. Palantir, now remember, it's CIA funded. Palantir promises where technological infrastructure has failed, it can create clarity and order. But to deliver, its software needs data, lots of data. Now, two never-before-seen documents, intermediate course and advanced course training manuals, reveal how the LAPD has taught its officers to use Palantir Gotham, one of the most controversial and powerful law enforcement tools in the world, is being used in Los Angeles. Much of the LAPD data consists of names of people arrested for, convicted of, even suspected of committing crimes, but that's just where it starts. Palantir also ingests the bycatch of daily law enforcement activity. Maybe a police officer was told a person knew a suspected gang member. Maybe an officer spoke to a person who lived in a nearby hotspot crime area or was in the area when a crime happened. Maybe a police officer simply had a hunch. The context is immaterial. Once the LAPD adds a name to its Palantir database, that person becomes a data point in a massive police surveillance system. Palantir, which takes the name from the all-seeing stones in Lord of the Rings, and the LAPD argue that these documents show how the system protects the public. It's for our own safety. It allows the police to quickly find criminals by plumbing a vast amount of personal information, plucking a suspected killer from a haystack. But to critics, these documents show something vastly different. At great taxpayer expense and without public oversight or regulation, Palantir helped the LAPD, the CIA, construct a vast database that indiscriminately lists the names, address, phone numbers, license plates, friendships, romances, jobs of Angelia Lowens, the guilty, the innocent, and those in between. LAPD Palantir database includes information from the DMV, meaning people with the California driver's license can be swept into Palantir. It also includes 1 billion pictures taken of license plates from traffic lights and toll booths in LA. So these traffic lights was never meant to catch people running the red lights. It was to build a database. And toll booths in LA and neighboring areas. If you've driven through the Los Angeles area since 2015, the police can see where your car was photographed, when it was photographed, and then click on your name to learn all about you. Palantir is no small thing within the LAPD. Almost 5,000 people, more than half of all the LAPD officers, had accounts on Palantir, according to LAPD Palantir Usage Metrics document. The same document says that in 2016, those officers ran 60,000 searches in support of more than 10,000 cases just in Los Angeles. Dozens of California Police Department sheriff offices, now pay attention to this, dozens of California police departments, not just in LAPD, sheriff offices, airport police, university police, school districts signed on to data sharing agreements with the LAPD between 2012 and 2017. Contractually, these entities had to send daily copies of their police records, like warrants and arrests, license plate readings, and dispatch information so that the LAPD could put that data into Palantir. The Los Angeles School Police Department, Compton Unified School District Police Department, El Camino College, Cal Poly University Police Department, and California State Universities all signed on to it. Now, I'm not going to read the rest because I'm just like a 16th into this, but I'm going to leave y'all the link to go read this yourself. So let's keep going on this. Okay, so Facebook billionaires are backing 2 tech direct listings on Friday. So Peter Thiel first invested in Facebook, and now Facebook is investing in Palantir. So this can be tied into it, okay? This is not direct Palantir, but this article is from yesterday. Also, privacy of biometric data in the Department of Homeland Security. Now, Peter Thiel works with the CIA, so I'm sure they all have the same information. Privacy of biometric data in DHS hands is in doubt, Inspector General said. CPB failed to protect 184,000 facial images of cross-border travelers before a massive data breach last year. So when I saw this about them gathering more information in facial recognition, this reminded me of the naked body scanners. Now, we just saw that document that said the CIA invested in Peter Thiel. Okay? And they can identify you by scars, tattoos, license plates. So they know everybody's scars and tattoos. How do they know about people's scars? Tattoos. I heard that some tattoo places have to turn in when they put a tattoo on somebody. I don't know. But that's how I heard sometimes that happens. So here was when they were loading up everybody's naked body pictures. So they know what you look like butt naked, all right? I mean, this lady's picture is pretty graphic. You know what she looks like. So one day I'll have to tell y'all what happened to me in a body scanner in New Orleans. Okay, and we were told that you see, this is the negative. She walks in, this is the negative it creates. And then you can do reverse imaging in software, and it creates a real live naked picture of that person. Okay? Now, so there's nothing sacred. And I don't mean to be vulgar, but I'm showing y'all that we are living in an Orwellian society, and people that are supposed to be helping us are all CIA based. Facebook for us to connect with family. Palantir, which is supposed to be private American software company. Okay, see right here? Private American software company that got its startup from the CIA. They are all collecting information on us. Amazon's collecting information, Facebook, Palantir, they're building databases on us and knowing exactly where we are, what we're doing, what we have, what we don't have, relationships that we have. I just wanted to show y'all this, okay? Who we call, where we go. You know, the Bible says there's coming a time when what's done in secret is going to be shouted from the rooftops. And I don't think it necessarily meant sin. I think it means everything that we do is going to be made mainstream. Okay, they're going to know everything about us. They already do. But I just wanted to show y'all that Peter Thiel is about to go public with his company, Palantir. He's wanting more investors in him. He's backed by the CIA. The CIA has an investment capital firm. Y'all please leave me your comments on this and let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.